This is Mario with MIA Microflight, and this is a new MIA Quicksilver style ultralight done in 1/5 scale, close to an 8-foot wingspan, and it has a very low wing loading, as typically ultralights should have. Let's do a walkthrough or walk around so we can see the model. And the particular color scheme is something that I decided to blend in with anodized blue aluminum tubing. And I decided to go with white wings because white tends to show nice on days like today. It also has the yellow trims and blue for easier orientation. You can see this model from all sides and top and bottom as well. This is missing the motor right now, motor mount. The motor will be mounted most likely at the rear or at the front if we have some weight balances to do. Typically these models tend to be tail heavy because they're so lightweight at the front and the way the particular Quicksilver design is done, and so they come out a little bit tail heavy. Reason why the real ones have the motor, most of the mass of the motor is mounted towards the front of the wing, and only the propeller with the shaft is routed towards the back. But since we're using brushless motors here, I think a brushless motor at the back will be okay, like it is on the MIA or MIA Quicksilver style 1/6 scale models or kits that we sell at our website. Battery will go in the typical place as we do our other ultralights at the front. This is missing a pilot and it's missing the links. Notice this has the bar here for the pilot, and it's linked to the servos, which will be mounted underneath the seat, and that bar needs to go to the back to the elevator. That's why the elevator is drooping right now, because it has no connection right now. Same with the rudder. We'll go to probably a dual push-pull cable underneath the seat where all the servos are supposed to be installed, and this one is missing the ailerons, which we are getting ready to install the ailerons. The wing is done in the same way that we do our other products with MIA Microflight Select hardware. It's not done with perforations on the tubing as the real ultralights are done. The real ultralights, they take tubing and they drill holes so that they can attach screws through them and couple them to other tubes. The way MIA Microflight does it is a bit different for the scale models, because when you start drilling through tubes through both sides of the wall, you end up with a weak section, and we don't want to have those weak sections by drilling all these holes on the tubes. So instead what we use clamps that are pressure fitted to to make connections such as crossbars, connections to other bars. And what we typically do is on connections where you need to connect two end tubes is we flatten the sides of the tube and make the connection there, because you get a much more rigid connection that way, instead of drilling through the tube. Both parts of the tube that need to be connected with screws. The minute you do that and you put a screw right through it creates stresses on the holes, and that eventually wears out, and you get fractures, and eventually that will break. So none of MIA Microflight's products, ultralights, microlights, are done with drill holes through round tubing. We do drill holes through a square tubing, but that's another story. Hey, Cooper. So basically this is the 1/5 scale Quicksilver style ultralight done the MIA microflight way. This is Mario, thanks for watching.